Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for coming and joining us for this last webinar of a series, but not the last event of the Smol Emuni. If you would be so kind, if it's possible for you to also turn on your camera so we can be, as we say, panim befanim, and we can see each other as we learn together. We are very happy to be having this event this evening, especially because we're very honored to have our guest speakers come and speak to us tonight. And we chose for this event the title, Faith in Peace, Equality, and Justice. Three words that, looking back at these last couple years, I feel I can't but say that they've been kind of run over by people in the name of Judaism. And in a certain way, it seems to me that these words, which aren't just words, but like our guidelines to where we're trying to go and how we try to live our lives, have been abandoned by the people who claim to be speaking in the name of religion, of our religion, of Judaism. And we can see it in many different ways. If it's in the way in which the peace idea or the peace ideal was abandoned in the Israeli, but also in the Jewish society in general in the last years, in the last many years, and was given away to the force of violence and of forces of violence and of war. If it's with the question of justice that's been kind of like slowly disappearing from the streets of Israel and of the West Bank, especially in the last couple years and like especially in the last couple months. And if it's in the ways in which the question of equality has disappeared from the public sphere in Israel in the name of a more kind of small-minded, oriented towards our own group politics that has in a way taken over. And it's hard. It's hard because it's not something that stops only in the politics of one place, of one country, be it the country of the Jewish people, Israel. But it creates something that moves the Torah to another place. And we can see it in the way in which the Jews all around the world, or at least I can say about the ones I've been meeting since I've been living also outside of Israel, their Torah has changed, their Judaism has changed, and they've gone a lot to the right, and they've gone a lot into a way of like looking more at themselves and being more, in a way, more afraid, but also more aggressive and more violent. And we meet again this famous midrash saying that the Torah is this narrow road in which on one side you can freeze to death, and on the other side you can die of heat. And it can be this dangerous thing that leads to death and destruction. It can be some mavet, but it can also be some chaim. It can also be a remedy. It can also be something that leads to life, to peace, and to hope. And this maybe is hiding in the title we chose for this evening when we said faith in peace, equality, and justice. Because in many ways, even though these people who took the Torah, like Rav Tamaris sometimes speaks of the fact that the Torah can be taken by the hand of the angel of death. And even when the Torah falls into these hands, it shows in a way a lack of faith. This idea that things are as they are, and they have to be as they are, and they can't be any other way. And I think it's important for us to speak in our religious language through our Jewish heritage to try and open up these words again, to open them up so they can be words of hope, to open them up also so they can be words that lead us to action, that lead us to a different way of thinking and of living our Jewish lives. And this is why I'm very happy and very excited to be here tonight with you all and to welcome our three speakers.